Aurora grew up counting dead princesses, 7 in the last century. Each one had pricked her finger on the ancestral spinning wheel, fallen into prophetic sleep, and awakened with visions that save kingdoms. Princess Lydia dreamed of drought and prevented famine. Princess Celeste saw invasion in her slumber and fortified the borders. Princess Mira slept for decades and woke with mathematical theorems that revolutionized architecture. The pattern was sacred: sacrifice consciousness, receive divine wisdom, save your people. Aurora had memorized every detail. The ceremonial pricking at 16, the silk-draped bed in the tower room, the kingdom's protective vigil while their princess communed with fate itself. She'd been preparing her entire life for this honor. On her 16th birthday, Aurora climbed the tower stairs with steady hands. The spinning wheel waited, silver needle gleaming like a prayer. Her parents watched from the doorway, faces radiant with pride and terror. "For the kingdom," Aurora whispered, and drew her finger across the needle. Blood welled, bright as garnets. The drowsiness came immediately, honey thick and inevitable. Aurora arranged herself on the ceremonial bed, hands folded over her heart, golden hair spread across white silk. Her breathing deepened, her heartbeat slowed. Sacred sleep claimed her exactly as it had claimed 7 princesses before. She dreamed of saving everyone. Aurora woke to the sound of her own screaming, not the gentle awakening of fairy tales, but the raw-throated shriek of someone whose vocal cords had been unused for months. Her body was a collection of sharp angles and wasted muscle. Her hair had grown wild, matted with filth. The tower room stank of decay. Her parents lay on the floor beside her bed, still wearing their vigil clothes. Their faces were black with dried blood, eyes clouded white. Her mother's hand stretched toward Aurora's bed, fingers curved as if she'd been reaching for her daughter when death took her. Aurora crawled to the window on legs that wouldn't support her weight. The kingdom spread below, silent as a graveyard. No smoke from chimneys, no movement in the streets. Birds wheeled over empty courtyards. And something that might have been wild dogs trotted through the main square. In the courtyard directly below, she saw them. Hundreds of bodies arranged in neat rows. Her subjects laid out like a harvest. They died in shifts. The outer rows showing advanced decomposition, the inner rows still wearing faces she recognized. The baker who'd made her birthday cakes, the guard who'd taught her to fence, the children who'd thrown flower petals at her carriage, all dead, all positioned to face her tower, as if they'd died watching for her awakening. Aurora found her father's journal beside his corpse. The final entry, written in shaking handwriting: "Day 47. The sickness has taken the outer villages. Started the morning after Aurora's ceremony. Those who attended are dead. Those who didn't are dying." The court physician says it's in the air itself, something released when royal blood touches the ancestral needle. "We've sealed the castle, but it's too late. The spinning wheel was never divine, it was designed to kill." Every prophetic princess in our history died because of what they unleashed. Their visions were fever dreams. Their wisdom was survivor's guilt. We've been murdering our daughters and our people for 200 years, calling it sacred. Aurora sleeps and we die for her dreams. God forgive us for... The handwriting devolved into illegible scratches. Aurora understood with crystalline clarity. The spinning wheel wasn't a conduit to divine wisdom. It was a weapon, ancient, precise, activated by royal blood, and designed to release airborne toxins that killed slowly and extensively. The 7 princesses hadn't been prophets, they'd been plague bringers. Princess Lydia's drought vision had come after her ceremony killed the farmers. Princess Celeste's invasion warning had followed the death of her army. Princess Mira's mathematical breakthrough had been scrawled by a dying architect whose city Aurora's predecessor had emptied. Each generation rewrote massacre as miracle, turning genocide into fairy tale. Aurora was 16 years and 4 months old. Not centuries, not years, just long enough for everyone who'd believed in her sacred gift to die protecting her from the consequences of their faith. She stood at her window, looking down at the kingdom her sleeping had murdered, and finally understood the real pattern. The spinning wheel hummed in the corner, silver needles still stained with her blood, waiting patiently for the next princess to discover her divine calling. But there would be no next princess. No more ceremonies, no more sacred sleep, just Aurora, alone in a tower full of corpses, the last living witness to a fairy tale that had always been a lie. And here the fairy tale ends, and the truth begins.